Hate Army General saying hate Army shit. Hate Army. If your name is Hate Army, I'm a offensive, egregious crossdresser.
No.
What? How did that make any sense?
Less than 25 were still standing. The enemy took that one, but we will be back.
13th. It made no sense at all. It literally made no sense. He ran in the room. I fired on him first. I was filling him with bullets before he ever hit me with any bullets. According to the game, as you saw, I never fired. You saw his kill cam, right? On his kill cam, I never fired once. He just stood there aiming at my head, and I didn't even turn to him. According to the kill cam, I was looking at the door like this, and he just filled me with bullets. What? Well, dude, this is insanity. I've had enough. This is bull fucking shit. There's no fucking way. I knew he was there. I fired on him fucking first.
According to this, he fired on me first.
That didn't fucking happen. It didn't happen. Dude, the connections tonight are the worst I've seen. I blatantly knew he was there. I fired on him first. That is nuts. That is such bullshit. I've had enough of this. I want a real match. None of these are fucking fair. There's nothing here that's legitimate gameplay. Literally nothing. There's like, what? How is that fair? I knew he was there. I aimed and fired on him first in the face. Oh, he killed you first on his screen. He fired on you first. Enough of this. Seriously, enough of this. Why play if the game will not give me a legit firefight with a fair connection? It's just trash. And yeah, I'm heated because I'm tired. It's almost all night gone now. I've got like a half an hour left tonight, and it's pissing me off. Why the fuck can't I get a fair fight? No. Oh, you're slow to the draw. Fuck your mother. I was ready, and I shot him first on my screen. Slow to the fucking draw. Kiss my ass. Piss me off. So it was a pretty good stream overall. Now, was the engagement great? Yes. Over 100 likes, and everyone was talking for the most part. There were a few dead times. For the most part, people were engaging with me, which I really appreciated. How about support? Support wasn't bad at all. Good amount of super chats. Actually got a few new members. And tips were all right. I want to say we definitely hit the tier 1 tips goal. I actually don't remember where we ended it. We definitely didn't hit the tier 2. But it was between the two. So it wasn't bad. Pretty good. If we can maintain that level for Oblivion, it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, obviously, some days I would hope that we will hit the higher tips goals, but I'm not going to complain. It was a pretty solid stream. Great progress. Good fun. Great interactions. Everything good. Then tonight on the late stream, it was Warzone 2.0, the return after me not having done Warzone for 3 days. And let me tell you, the bounties tonight that were offered to me were some of the most generous and biggest ever. We had people who were offering, you know, top 10, top 5, top 3, top 2, win. All these were basically, if you do those things, you will get rewarded with a contribution. Now, as you know, every time that I play Warzone now, ever since I got my win about 2 weeks ago, my goal is to make top 10. And even though I don't always make top 5 or top 3, as long as I make a top 10 once a night, I feel like I've done my job and, you know, tried my best and at least accomplished something. So, tonight was a unique combination. All right, here's what happened. A couple matches, I was outplayed, which is always fine. There's one situation where I'm in a window looking out. There's a guy getting out of a vehicle. Oh, let me try to get him. I start shooting him. He pulls out a gun and goes patunk, patunk. 2 zoomed in shots, kills me with 2 shots. I was like, wow, he had to be very accurate, right? He must have been a really good shot. He owned me. That sucks, obviously, to be outplayed like that. One of the other matches, we're down to like I think I was like top 30, and then I basically the circle's coming in. I bust into a building. Oh crap, here comes another guy. Unload, kill him. And as I'm in the process of reloading and I'm about to go loot him, someone else had heard and comes in and gets a predator kill. What I call is that's someone who's stalking you, and they come in after the fact when you're not ready, you haven't recovered from your last firefight. They come in and they swipe up the kill. It's exactly what happened. I wasn't ready and blah, got me from behind. So in some cases, bad luck. All right? Then in some cases, there was some complete and utter bullshit. Some really bad connections tonight. One match, I was stuttering and going while running across the map. which means the server connection just was completely desynced. It wasn't good at all. There was one time where I was almost in top 10, and I was in a bathroom, but it was a larger bathroom. Guy comes in, and he's searching the whole building. He opens the door. I just happen to be standing behind the door. He doesn't know I'm there. So he goes into the tub. I just open fire. Of course, he shoots me once, but I got him, right? Close the door. I'm looting. I reload. Another guy's coming in the house. I go again. He opens the door. Oh, shit. I'm going to do it again. I open fire again. Same spot. I die instantly. What? It was exactly the same thing twice in a row. How the first time did I very easily take the guy, and the second time the guy insta-killed me? So you watch back. On his kill cam, I literally never looked at him or fired. On his kill cam, I'm staring at the door like this. I never even raised my weapon. On my screen, it was exactly the same situation twice. The second situation, I fire. It says he's taking damage, but then I die instantly. So again, the servers are garbage. The servers are showing one thing, and then what happens in the match is completely different from what actually happened. It's bullshit. It's not right. There was another situation where I'm in the gulag, and my teammate and I are standing next to each other, and we look, and there's the guy. We both aim to fire. You're just dead. We're like, what? It didn't even show him. Like, you're telling me this one guy, because his other partner wasn't even with him. You're telling me this one guy looked at both of us and insta-killed us both with one pistol shot. Like, what is going on? And it was things like that all night. So here I am, I was working hard.
Shut the fuck up!
I was trying to, go with the flow. I had a couple really epic kills. There was one kill where I jumped off of a rooftop and I glided down on my parachute to another part of the map, and a guy just happened to be running out of a building, and I landed, and as I landed, I got a shot, 2-3 shots off, landed, looked over the edge, and finished him. It was a really epic, like, paratrooping in kill. That was a really good one. But the problem was, literally all the bounties tonight were survive. Top 10, top 5, top 2, top 1. And I'm not kidding. They were the best bounties ever offered to me. I got none of them. It's terrible. It sucks. Because there's one thing if you're trying hard and you're getting outplayed. Because then at least you could say, you know what? At least I learned something. At least I saw that situation. All right, fair enough. Touche. Next time around, I'll get them. But there's another situation entirely when you're playing correctly, when you're doing things right, and then the game will show a kill cam where you died instantly because you never looked or fired your gun, while on your screen, you were opening fire and had a full clip into the enemy. There was another situation. I'm in a building. I have it set up so that there's only one door in. Guy comes in, murder him instantly, no problem. Okay? So another guy is going to come in. I hear him coming in. I do, again, second time. Exact same thing. Aim, fire. The game even shows me shooting at the guy's head. You're instantly dead. Shows kill cam. Oh, on his screen, you came around the corner and didn't see him, and he aimed and shot you first. It's like, and when that happens, like, do you really want to play again? Right? Like, and that's the thing. This has happened also in the standard multiplayer. It's not exclusive to the Battle Royale. This exact same thing happens a lot in this game. But the game is so popular, people give it a pass. The game is terrible. The connections are not consistent. They're wonky. It's not fun when you're not losing because you are outplayed or even bad luck, but because the game doesn't work. Just because the game doesn't work. It's a $1 billion company, and this is the connections you get. It's laughably bad. So it's frustrating to me because this, honestly, yesterday, I'll be transparent with all of you. Yesterday, I only had one stream, right? And I had to spend the other half of the night doing private patron react videos, which I love doing, by the way. They're very fun. But I only streamed once yesterday. It was One Piece, and it was a slow stream. So today was my time to make that up. Let's have a really good, strong day to make up for the slow day yesterday. Okay? Well, first of all, before trolls say, oh, yeah, but you got money from Patreon. Yeah, I did. At the beginning of the month, that already went to bills. That doesn't factor into the daily income I'm making, I run 2 streams for a reason, because I need to pay my bills and get by. So it's frustrating that, one day I underperformed and had to. There's nothing I could do about that. And then today it's, oh, let's come back and be strong. Oh, well, guess what? You get none of these bounties, these generous bounties that were offered you because the server screwed you, because the game developer is lazy. Not because you were outplayed, not because you suck at the game. There were times when I was outplayed. And if the whole night was that, all right, it wasn't. I would say probably 3 matches I lost because I was outplayed or just bad luck. And at least 3 matches I lost because the game connection was fucking shit. And it's disrespectful and disgraceful that this company operates that game like that and does absolutely no effort to improve anything because they know that people buy it every year anyway. So yeah, it's disheartening. I did my absolute best. I worked my ass off, and I basically, by the way, thank you to anyone who did attend that stream and supported it anyway. All right, it wasn't like it was a dead stream. It was still good. Super chats were good, and actually I got some tips, which is good that I got tips without hitting the bounties. I'm very appreciative of what I got, but I was like, damn, with all that was on the table, and I lost it all because the game ran like shit. That pisses me off. Okay. Now, I am going to play it again later in the week. Don't worry. This is not going to discourage or dishearten me. I am going to regroup, and I'm going to play it again on Thursday night. All right? Okay. So tomorrow, Tuesday, is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. I'll be honest with all you yet again. I'm really hoping it's a good day when it comes to attendance, when it comes to engagement, and yes, when it comes to support. I've now had a very slow day and a day that was hoping to make up for that slow day, and I really didn't. I hope tomorrow goes well. And again, really hoping for attendance, engagement, and support to hope make up for, the fact that Sunday was a half day, and today didn't go as well as I had hoped. Okay? Guys, thank you so much. Please have a good evening. Hope to see you tomorrow for my final consecutive streaming day of the week. Peace out. Have a good one. I'm not going to lie. I do hope that today is a good support day. I actually had several slow days, and it sucks because it's not anyone's fault. It's not like I'm disappointed. We had overall a great week. But this was a week where, number one, I was starting up 2 RPGs, and I don't expect overwhelming amounts of support or attendance when I play RPGs, okay? Number 2, one day I only did 1 stream, right? Because I had to do the private Patreon React videos. And therefore, only doing 1 stream, you're only going to have half as much, support. And then yesterday, basically, I would like to say I blew it playing Warzone. But I can only take half the credit for the failure. Because half the stream was my fault. I will outright tell you, when I was playing Warzone last night, all right, there was a few situations where I was outplayed. And I called them out. There was one situation, a guy was getting out of a car. And I'm like, I got him. Because I'm right here at the window. And I can just lean right out of the window and shoot him as he's getting out of his car. This dude gets out of his car, and I start shooting him. He pulls out a sniper rifle. He goes, patunk, patunk. And I was like, what? I died. I was like, dude, that guy's good. You know how good you have to be to, on the fly, get 2 sniper shots back to back in the right spot to kill someone in Warzone? That impressed me. I was like, wow. If I'm going to lose like that, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like that, that's fine. There's another situation where it was nearing the end of the game. We were like the final 30. And I was running for my life to get into the final circle. And I run into a building. And there's a guy running into the building at the same time. I'm like, yes. I pull out my gun. We get into a firefight, but I beat him. Yes. And as I'm just about to start reloading, someone else comes in from behind me and zoop, that's it. I'm like, well, you can't be too upset about that. That's the nature of the game. You're going to get what I call them predator kills. Someone who's smart and they kind of sneak around and they're looking for a firefight. And when they see it, then they sneak in at the end like a predator who's hungry, trying to take out their prey who's already been weakened from a previous fight. Makes it easier for them. You see? So those are perfectly fine, But at the same time, there were other things last night that really pissed me off because when I play Warzone, as you guys know now,
People are very generous and they offer me bounties.
they say, hey, if you're going to do well, we'll reward you. If you're going to make top 10 or top 5, top 3, top 2, if you win a match, sometimes people will say, hey, if you get a certain amount of kills or if you kill people in a certain way or whatever, we'll reward you, right? And I really appreciate that because that's a way of people saying, hey, we like the suspense, we like the entertainment value, and if you perform well, you'll be rewarded for that performance. And in general, it's been really good. In fact, the last 2.5 weeks since the new year hit, and since I got my first win right when January started, I've been really looking for that second win. And even though I haven't gotten it yet, there have been a bunch of matches where it's been really cool, like down to the wire, suspenseful gameplay. And there's been a couple times that the only reason I didn't win is because I didn't understand a game mechanic, like being able to stim endlessly in gas and not die, which I didn't even know could happen. But for the most part, there've been great suspenseful times, and usually I'll make a top 10 placing, which means, I'll hit some of these bounties. Last night, there were several times where I was set up for success, should have, by dead to rights, should have made top 10. But instead, because of insanely bad server quality and connection, I got screwed out of it. And that really upsets me when I'm working my ass off and you're playing a match for 15, 20 minutes to get to that point, and you plan everything right, and the game refuses to work properly because you have a billion-dollar company that's lazy and doesn't actually improve their online connectivity. It's a joke, you know? Situations where I'm in a room, a guy walks in. On my end, it shows me draw my weapon, fire, hitting this guy multiple times before he ever looks at me. Then he turns and looks at me, opens fire on me. We get into a firefight. I die. Okay, what happened there? I was shooting him way before he shot me. Look at his kill cam. On his kill cam, he walks in the room, turns, sees me, aims and fires before I even looked at him. Like, seriously, it's just nonsense. And it really pisses me off when a lot is on the line in these cases. You know, this is a week where things have been slow for me. And it's not anyone's fault. Again, I'm not complaining nor asking for anything. It's just a fact. It's a slower week for me. Let's hopefully make up for that with an awesome Warzone night. No, the game just doesn't want to cooperate. And it's not like that happened once. That happened 3 different matches. Each match where I'd played 15, 20 minutes. So you're talking about half of last night's stream was completely wasted to bad connections. And that really frustrates me. And I'm sorry, I'm tired of this bullshit. And I'm tired of people giving Infinity Ward and Activision a pass with this shit. It's just, to me, that's just unacceptable. If you have someone dead to rights, they're dead. Now, every excuse in the book to, oh, no, this is why it happened, that's why it happened. No. Watch the kill cam. The kill cam is the telling symbol. It's the piece of evidence proving that the server is shit. If on their end, they never even saw me turn and look at them. They just unloaded a whole clip into me, and I never fired on them. Like, what are you talking about? On my end, I'm hitting them before they even saw me. And it really pisses me off. Because that's hard work. That's not like, oh, I'm dicking around. It is hard work to get to the end of a match of Warzone. It is. There's a lot of planning involved. There's a lot of, suspense, of course. Adrenaline pumping. And to strategically say, here's how I'm going to move through the map. Here's what I'm going to grab, what I'm not going to grab, get my build, take chances to try to grab a loadout if something drops. There's a lot involved in it. Originally, when I played about a month and a half ago, I was just flubbing it. Now I'm actually trying to get good at it, And, yeah, that really upset me. That the reason that last night's stream was a slower one was the game, not me. Sorry, I'll take credit for half of my losses last night. Half of them I was outplayed, but the other half, there is definitive evidence in the videos that game sucks ass online, and they just don't care. They never improve it. I say it every year. Call of Duty is the same netcode, the same problems. They just don't care because they're a billion-dollar game and everyone buys it anyway, so everyone just accepts it, and they never improve. They will never be pressured to improve if people keep spending the money like they did. So anyway, yeah, it pissed me off. So I'm really hoping today for a strong day when it comes to, obviously, viewership. I'd love more people to come check out Signalis. It's a new game. Anyway, yes, let's hope for the best. Hopefully today's a good day in all respects. Hopefully people show up. Hopefully people engage. Hopefully people support to help make up for the last few slower days that I've experienced because of baloney. It's baloney. It's funny. I will say this too, because as you know, I have detractors out there who want to say dumb shit, and they say, oh, you see, that day that Phil has to do those private react videos, that's not a big deal because he already got paid for that day through Patreon. That's correct. But what you have to understand is that I've had a Patreon since 2015, and I used to get a lot of support on my Patreon, and admittedly, it's dwindled for good reason. I'm a full-time streamer now. And most or all of my goals on Patreon are completely unrelated to the streams, right? Most of them have to do with either Ask the King, my bi-monthly Q&A show, or getting a private video made, right? It really has nothing to do with the stream whatsoever. It's almost like if you don't care about the streams, you can support me through Patreon. But what they won't say, these detractors, these critics, whatever you want to call them, is that, oh yeah, if you take a look, basically Phil's Patreon is the same level it's always been, right? It's a few $100 a month. So why is that if Phil now has all these new people coming and pledging to his Patreon to get private videos? Because a lot of people stopped pledging to my Patreon in the last couple of years. When I came back to YouTube full time, a lot of people said, well, I'm going to support Phil or try to support Phil via YouTube. Contributions on his streams and the like. And, a lot of people have canceled their ongoing Patreon support. That used to be a staple piece of support I would get every month. Okay? So I used to always get a few $100s of support without having to do a night stream off to do private patron videos. Now I have to do that to get the same amount of support. So it's funny, I say, guys, it is a little bit slower now because tonight I can't stream. Oh, he already got paid for that. Yeah, the same amount that I used to get paid without having to have a stream out. You know what I mean? But they don't see that aspect of it because they're scumbags. All they do is they sit around and try to do every little possible thing to say something negative about me. And, you know, they always spin it in a way that doesn't make sense. So here you go. I justify what I'm saying with facts. They have no facts. They just sit there, slander, 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 slander. Well, hopefully Phil will never dispute this. So now that I finally explained to you what I mean when I say stuff like that, oh, well, here's another 400 things. Because it's called moving the goalpost. Once you disprove one thing they've said as nonsense, they move on to the next 47 things that I'm not going to waste time disproving because I won't ever have content for you. Okay? So anyway, indeed, yeah, this week's been a slow week for me. It's not going to end the business, but at the same time, it
Sure would be great if we could pick it up a little bit and have a better day today.
but I don't control that. That's up to you. If you guys are having a good time today, I would hope you'll support the streams. And if you're not or you can't, that's okay too. You know, it's all good. It's all good as long as we're having a good time. That's what it's about. But I'm a transparent guy. You know, I'm not asking for nothing. I'm not demanding anything. I'm letting you know like it is. Some people can't handle that. Some people can't take transparency. They don't like that at all. They only want sugarcoating. They only want to hear the good. That's it. All I want ever is the good, the good, the good. Please give me just the good. I'm not that kind of guy. I tell you everything going on, as to some extent. I know to some extent you guys don't want to hear this all day, every day, and I'm never going to do that. You know, I'm never going to make it, you know, so annoying, right?
I don't want it to become the end-all, be-all of me. I don't want to have streams like that Scorn stream.
That I had several months ago where I was so upset about having a bad week and then an incredibly stressful night in a badly designed game and then having it all explode at once, basically pent up in me and then blows up on stream and I look like an asshole. I don't want that to happen, you know. That's why it's good every once in a while to be honest with you guys and be transparent and let you know what's going on, right? So you know what's going on with me and, you know, you see my perspective. I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying all the games we're playing. You guys are a great audience. I'm excited for the future. We got a new game today with Signalis. We got the Dead Space remake coming up. We have several new games coming up in February that are going to be good. So I'm not worried. By any means, I am not worried. It's just, you know, having a good stream of a couple of months there and then having a week where just bad circumstances kind of conspire. Last night would have been an amazingly supportive stream if I hit any of those bounties on Warzone. And I hit zero bounties. Like, what are you going to do? There's another one coming up this week. Hopefully I'll do better, right? That's really the best attitude to have, okay? You have to push forward positively and hope for the best and be hopeful. You just have to. You can't be a defeatist in this life. You can't let setbacks crush you and destroy you. You can't let a bunch of people telling you you're no good or you can't do this or, you know, you can't let any of that hold you back. You've got to keep pushing forward positively. And at least in my experience, okay, my life experience, if you keep pushing forward positively, eventually good things will come to you. And it may take a long time. It may take a lot of downs before things turn and it starts to go back up. But in my experience, as long as you stay the course and you don't compromise your morals and values and you stick true to who you are, hopefully that will resonate with someone and eventually good things will come to you because you deserve it. You know what I say? You stick to your guns. You maintain the kind of attitude that you think is a positive one in your life. Hopefully others would recognize that and see that level of dedication and that level of work, and you would eventually have a level of success and rewards for your hard work. You know what I'm saying? I hope, for all of you, I really hope that's the best because that's been my experience in life, and I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. In fact, you know what? Just to give you guys a perfect example of what I'm talking about here, okay? Every day, without exaggeration, every day I get another one of these offers for sponsorship. And these are the same offers that every other YouTuber takes, and why you see constant sponsored content, constant paid advertisements, constant sponsored streams and stuff that those people would never do. They would never do that crap normally. It was hilarious the other day. I was browsing YouTube, and you know, you're seeing videos pop up in your feed, and there's a video that pops up in the feed, and it's someone doing like a factual documentary about something. But the video preview is like demons in a video game. I was like, what the hell? That video preview has nothing to do with the video. What is it? I clicked on it. Oh, Raid Shadow Legends ad. So the Raid Shadow Legends ad became the video preview for their video, meaning no one's going to watch that video. They're going to see the video preview as an ad. They're never going to watch that. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is where what's become of YouTubers. It's all about this first, and then the content second. Not me, because I don't have this. I don't have that component in my content on purpose. Here's the example. Just got an email this morning. All right, for the sake of protection, and to prevent online harassment, I'm going to edit this email that I received. You ready for this? Good morning. I am blank, the marketing manager at blank. As a result of analyzing the content on your channel, our team decided to write you. We find your channel promising to promote our game on your YouTube channel. We have many customers around the world. You can be one of them. We have the best price for introducing software on your YouTube channel. We think your channel is a perfect place to promote our user-friendly and easy-to-use software. That's why we would love to work with you. Blank is an open-world action-adventure game with RPG elements. The game is distributed with digital distribution. And basically, they go on to describe their game at great length here. There's like a whole paragraph about their game, okay? Would you like to cooperate with us? We're waiting for your reply. We'd like to discuss the details. We hope for a better choice. Best wishes, blank. Okay? Yeah, I get this all the time. This is not a one-off. Like, this is something that's a very common thing that happens. I'd say I probably get about 5 similar offers like that a week. Every once in a while, I'll actually get one of the more common offers. I've been offered by Raid Shadow Legends and those similar companies, those ones that you see those ads everywhere. Yes, a couple of those VPN companies actually contacted me at one point. Those offers are there for everyone. You know what I mean? And I never take them because I care about the content I'm putting out for you guys. I hope you understand that there's no paid sponsorship. There's no shilling on this stream for a good reason, because I respect you, because I don't want to waste your time. Hell, I even tell you, the better way to go about watching YouTube, get YouTube Premium. Why? You don't have to watch any ads. Your time is valuable, and your time spent watching ads in a month is more valuable than $13 a month. So spend the $13 and skip the ads and watch everyone's content and enjoy it, rather than having to sit here and be advertised to all day. You know, that's my take. But basically, yeah, all this stuff is very common. And that's why you see all these YouTubers taking these ads and doing these product placements and taking money, taking payouts. And I don't do that. I'm different. I strive to be different. You know what I mean? I hope that you guys understand that. It's a different situation for sure. Trying to be different and not waste your time. So that's why when I jump into a game, not interrupting the game to do ads and placements and, you know what I mean? I'm not doing that crap. And, I hope that you see that difference between my kind of content and the content that you see at other places. Okay? I hope so. You would think that's why I get the support I do. Because like I said, there's very few people of my size on YouTube or who've been around as long as I have who are able to maintain the level that I do, the level of support, the level, being able to maintain this business. It's because of you guys. And I really, really appreciate all the support you guys give me on a daily basis. Okay? We have 1 week left to hit the members goal for the month of January. 1 week left. Okay? That is it. The members goal is 600 members. All right? And you might say, why do we only have a week left if it's the members goal for all of January? Well, it was because on Christmas Eve, we had 2 gentlemen come by who support this channel a lot, and they gifted 50 members each. So because of that, those gifted memberships will expire on the 24th, meaning we have 1 week left to hit that goal. And if we don't, that means we're not going to get the reward. Now, what's the reward for this month? The reward for this month is something awesome, unique, special, and different. It is DSP's Super Bowl Saturday Bash. I have a series of NFL jerseys. See that? That's one of them. I have several of them. And I bought them many years ago to wear to Street Fighter tournaments. When I say many years ago, I mean over 20 years ago. I've had those since the early 2000s. As I used to travel to places like Philadelphia, New Jersey. And I would wear them around so people would know, oh, that's Darkside Phil from online, and he's here to play games. Now I know who he is, right? I only wore them for a few years. And then basically, I stopped, and they sat in a closet for 10 years. And then when I became a YouTuber, I said, hey, these might be kind of neat to wear in videos. So I wore them a few times, and then I forgot about them, and they sat in a closet for another 10 years. Until just recently, I realized that I had them again. I was like, oh, I'll maybe put them on every once in a while. But in this case, this is an event, a sports-related event, where it absolutely makes sense to have them and wear them. So, if we hit the members goal of 600 members this month in the next week, we lock into a special marathon event that will take place the day before the Super Bowl. So that is Saturday, February 11th. It'll be a marathon setting. I'll be dressed up in my NFL attire. I'm going to buy a bunch of accessories and silly things to go with it. Probably like one of those helmets where you can drink out of it by putting like beers or whatever on them. I'm going to get a bunch of snacks that are sports-related snacks that you would probably get if you're going to watch sports at home or go tailgating. I'm going to order food during the day, maybe pizza and wings. And we're going to do a variety of sports-related things, including play some sports games on my Switch, including Tecmo Super Bowl. We're also going to react to some classic Super Bowl ads from the past. And if there's time, which I think there probably would be, we'll do a 30-man over-the-top rope fantasy battle royale in WWE 2K22, where I will try to get some sports figures in there as well. So it's the first time I'm ever doing anything like this. People seem pretty pumped for it. But if you're interested, you must become a member, renew a lapsed membership, or possibly gift some memberships to the channel. Now, the thing is, with the gifted memberships, there's a lot of qualifications to things. If you are a brand channel rather than a real YouTube channel, I know that sounds weird because I don't even know what that means. You can't accept one. If you're international, a lot of people can't accept them. Some people have said, hey, I want to gift it, but I only watch your streams on mobile, and I can't give memberships on mobile. Yeah, I don't know why. YouTube didn't really fully implement the gifted memberships everywhere yet. I would think eventually they would, because they are kind of missing out on an audience. There are a lot of people who watch stuff on mobile devices now. I do. I watch videos on YouTube app now on my mobile phone, and they look pretty good. So for the most part, I would hope that if you can, you would support the channel by becoming a member or gifting a membership. But I know there's a lot of what ifs and a lot of weird things there too. People can't do it. Let's see what happens. We got a 1 week left. Yes, every day you'll hear me talking about this. I have to, because now is the final push. I would hope for the best. And that people will come by and possibly either become a member or gift a membership. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't happen. Again, it's not the end of the world. If it doesn't happen, it would just be unfortunate, because I really would like to do this special event. It sounds like a great one, right? Something that we came up with together. Someone actually suggested this a couple months ago. And I was like, well, what else could I implement into that idea? And I started putting all this 2 and 2 together. Next thing you know, we got this awesome idea for a unique event I've never done before, right? Okay. So there you go. Outside of that, if you like this channel today, if you're having a good time on DSP Gaming, I would ask that you support it in one of the many ways that you can. The easiest and most simple way to support this channel is by giving it a like. If you're watching this stream right now, the over 300 of you that are here, if you give this channel a like, it helps a lot. It brings engagement. And in fact, you know what I should do? I should actually edit the title of the stream. I know this sounds silly, but apparently if you use hashtags, like I do hashtag Signalis, apparently, if people are searching for Signalis, the stream should show up. I don't know how it works, because they use hashtags on YouTube Shorts, but apparently it also works for regular streams and videos now too. I don't know. But yeah, if you give this stream a like, what ends up happening is it shows up higher ranking in the YouTube algorithm. So if people are searching for certain games, I might show up with better priority for more people, which in turn could bring new eyeballs on the channel, and it could help out a lot. So thanks to anyone who likes the stream. Now, if you'd like to go above and beyond and contribute in a way that obviously is not as simple as a click, there's many ways you could do so. Super thanks, excuse me, I misspoke. Super chats and super stickers you could do live during a stream. All right, I'll shout those out. Thank you for that. Membership, gifted membership, as we just mentioned. That's a great way. And of course, tipping. Tipping's great because, number one, when you tip me, I get those funds immediately for important things. But in addition, there's rewards tied to it. If we raise certain tiers of tips during a stream, you get a certain level of reward. If we raise 50 bucks in tips, I'll put on my Gunner glasses. If we raise 100 bucks in tips, you get to vote on a silly hat that I'll wear for the rest of the stream. And of course, a stretch goal every stream is $150 of tips. We rarely hit it, but if we do hit that, then you get to vote on a silly vest as well for me to wear. Today, all your favorite vests will be eligible, including the platinum vest, the golden vest. I'm trying to think what else, maybe the red vest for Signalis. Like, what other vest would make sense? I'm not sure. It'd be pretty cool if I'm playing Signalis, a game about a bunch of rogue, cyborgs or whatever, and I'm wearing the Bender hat and the platinum vest. I'm looking like a robot myself, right? So there you go. Please consider contributing in any way. They all help. Since I don't have any ad placements, I don't accept partnerships like the one I just read out earlier, or sponsorships. That's why you don't get plugs for products, why you don't see entire streams of me playing sponsored games. This is why. So, I would hope that if you do like the content, you would please, in the kindness of your own heart, consider contributing in some way, whatever that way may be. And thank you in advance. You'll get a shout out if you do. Okay? All right.